Hi everyone, it's Rachel Watkins. Welcome to workout number 5. It is our quad focus workout. This one's gonna be a good one. It is also day 6 within the total Summer Strong Challenge. I hope that everyone is loving using their Slim HC as well as their lean, hitting their water target every day, and also standing in front of that mirror and doing their positive affirmations before each of these workouts. So for today, like I said, it is our quadricep focus or our leg focus. You're gonna need a couple weights for this, as well as like a wall or a really sturdy chair for the last exercise. As far as the weights go, I do have 2 lighter weights. We're gonna do some lunges. You absolutely can do these unweighted. You also can, like I said in the very beginning video that I did this past Sunday, this is the video where you can strap a child to the front in a front pack or in a backpack, or get your toddler to kind of monkey wrap around you. You know, it's great. Put them up on your back, up on your shoulders. For the lunges, we're going to be doing like a front squat. We're going to be doing a Olympic front squat. We're going to be doing a powerlifting squat. And then we are going to be doing what's called a sissy squat. So we have 5 total exercises. For this, we actually are going to have higher reps than we have been doing. You know, we've been doing 15 basically throughout the week and completing 5 full sets. I hope you guys are doing that. But for this, I really want you to strive within each set to be doing 25 reps of each of the exercises. Just so I keep the time down, I'm not going to do 25 reps, so this video is not super long, but try to complete 4 full sets so that you're actually getting in 100 of each of the exercises for our lower body here when we're focusing on our quads. So the first exercise, you can put weight across your shoulders, or you can hold 2 dumbbells, or water bottles, or cans of soup, anything that's heavy alongside your sides. You just want to make sure you maintain proper posture. You don't want to be hollowing, you don't want to be arching with the weight. As far as leg positioning here, as we're lunging, you can either do walking lunges. Obviously, I'll go out of the camera view if I do that. I suggest walking lunges because you're going to get that front motion and see how, like, I'm at 90-degree angles here. And then you have to push off, and you're using that front quadricep as you stand up, and then you would go to the next leg and do the same thing, that good 90-degree angle there. You know, upright posture, hands on the hips if you're not using weights, or hands down at the side. I got my little light weights here. And then back up. So if you just want to do in place lunges, you can go forwards and step up, and then go backwards and step up, but then you want to alternate and go forwards with the other leg, so that then you can go backwards with the other leg. So I want you guys to do 25 reps. I will end up out of the camera angle if I do the walking. So do those on your own. Our next exercise is kind of like just a regular front squat. As far as positioning goes, I want you guys to get on the ledge of something, so that your heels are a tiny little bit elevated. So I've got, this is maybe 1.5 inches elevation here, and you're gonna put your feet as close together as you can. If you can get your feet all the way together to do these, that is absolutely fantastic. Heavier weight here. So I do have a 15-pound weight. If you have a heavier weight, that is great. I only have 15s in this room. So you're gonna hold it right under your chin, legs together, and you're gonna go down as far as you can, sticking that bum out and back up. And we're gonna work on hitting 25 of these. So you're just gonna go down and up. You're gonna wanna keep your chest up. You don't wanna be falling over. This is really gonna get your quadriceps. We're also kind of getting our hips. We're also getting our glutes a little bit with this. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can kind of see how the motion is working. So like I said, feet together. You wanna be careful to not cock either hip out as you're pushing up. You want equal leg push as you're going up. And like I said, maintaining that chest up. You don't wanna be bending over at all. And at the very, very top, squeezing your quads and squeezing your glutes. Nice and nice and nice and tight. Going all the way down and all the way up. All right, so we're gonna wanna make sure that we do 25 of those, all right? Awesome job so far. Okay, so for our next exercise, this is a Olympic squat. So our toes are going to be forwards and our legs are basically like shoulder hips apart here. Shoulder width apart. I want you to, again, use a tiny little ledge of something you can use, tiny little book, to get your heels elevated a little bit. Trying to think of some other things. Some people in their house have different like levels. If you have like a really small level, I don't want you like a full step, you know, keeping your feet up, but try to just lift your feet tiny, tiny, tiny little bit and use something that's sturdy, not something that's squishy. So with this Olympic squat, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're not allowing your knees to bend inwards. Not good positioning. So we want our legs to either kind of stay right where they are or kind of go out a little bit. I'm not going all the way down. I want you all the way down. This is like the drop it like it's hot video. You want to get those squats as low as you can. Again, I have a 15-pound weight. If you need to modify this, modify the degree that you are squatting down. Don't go as far. If you need increased intensity, you know, go all the way down, but have a heavier weight. Typically, I'm using, I don't know, I think my coach just had me go up to, I don't even want to like say, like 85 pounds, holding it, not okay. You're like dying at the end of that. But so 25 reps of these Olympic squats. You want to keep your toes totally, totally, totally pointed forwards. So you're going to go all the way down and all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. You want that bottom, your bottom, to be basically on your heels. And going all the way down and all the way up. And just like with the front squat that we were just doing, you want to make sure that you're not bending over, that you're not arching backwards, and that, you know, you're not breaking those knees going inwards. You want your knees pushing outwards, all of that tension in your quads and in your glutes as you're stand all the way up, and tighten, tighten, tighten. So we're going to turn sideways so you can kind of see that positioning. Again, you want your feet shoulder width and your toes pointed forwards. So we're going to go all the way down. See how down, down, down. All I hear is drop it like it's hot as you're doing these. You want that bottom all the way down. And tighten those glutes at the top. And tighten. So again, we want to do 25 of these. 25 reps. Fantastic. All right. So that was our Olympic squat. The next one, we're not actually going to need to elevate our heels. This is called a powerlifting squat or a plie. I do have a little bit of a dance background from being a competitive gymnast, and I love these. So, couple things. Modification. Positioning first with feet. So you're going to want a really wide stance, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and you're going to want to turn those feet outwards, or toes outwards. If you want to go all the way out, go all the way out. Just make sure that you got good form, that you're tight in your core, and that your hips and your shoulders are maintaining all the way up and down. So with this one, again, you want to try to get to that 90-degree kind of perpendicular or parallel, whatever, with the floor and going up. So modification, don't go as deep. This also is going to get that stretch right on that inner thigh. You're going to want to, at the very top, like all of these, tighten those glutes and don't allow your knees, again, just like the other ones, to buckle forwards. You don't want that kind of pushing backwards with this. And you want everything on top of each other. So this is our powerlifting squat. For increased intensity, you're going to want to hold that weight, whichever level weight you want, or your child, or whatever, right up under your chin. And you're going to want to go all the way down and all the way up. For another increase intensity, if you have 2 steps, like workout steps, like way a long time ago, like step classes were really big. Put both of your feet up on a step so that you can get an even increased angle. Some people like to hold the weight down like this when you have your feet elevated on both sides, and you want to just try to get as low as possible. But again, don't bend over, don't arch backwards, just nice deep squats. Our plie squat or our powerlifting squat, 25 reps. I know you can do it. Awesome, guys. All right, as you hit 25, finish that up. And then our last thing are called sissy squats. And I got a chair here. I'm gonna do it forwards and I'm gonna do it sideways. I'm just putting some counterweight here so I don't flip over my chair. So with these, I don't know if you saw, a couple months ago, I did this really crazy exercise in this little tiny like machine that kind of holds your ankles in the front of your shins, and I kind of looked like I was in the Matrix. That's what I kind of say about that video and that exercise. So this is like a basic sissy squat. That was like a sissy squat machine, and my coach had me doing some pretty crazy things. But check that video out. It's really actually kind of cool. So with the sissy squat, you're going to need to hold a door frame. You're going to need to hold a countertop, a chair, but make sure you have counterbalance weight. Have your child or a family member sit in the chair, because I don't want you tipping it over, because you are going to want to at least have some pretty good grip supporting yourself. Grabbing a door frame, that's actually a really great idea. So you're going to want your feet kind of right under your shoulders for these. You can put your feet all the way together. Now with a sissy squat, you want all of the tension in the fronts of the quads. Guys, as you're doing these, it's gonna burn, especially having just done all of those 4 exercises, 25 reps right in a row. But guys, by set 4, you're gonna be dying. You're gonna be dying. These are gonna kill you. But that's good, because we want those long, lean muscles in our legs. We wanna build up the front of our quads, because we're gonna be hitting everything else later next week. So this one's a good one. So with sissy squats, you want to kind of pretend that your upper body cannot move, like you have a rod that goes down your spine and it doesn't allow you to bend anywhere, basically. You want to keep a neutral spine, and what we're going to do, I like to hold my hip, we're going to go down, and again, neutral spine. You don't want that anything moving. All tension here in the quads, and this has to be the part that pushes up. Quads push up, down. Quads push up. So you want that upper body. See, I'm like already feeling it. Woo! Going up. Tension right in the front of those quads. This is such a good one, guys. Oh, holy man. All right, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can kind of see like what I'm doing with my body. Woo! That was like 4. We got 25 of these. So you're going down and up. And you wanna do your best to push up with both legs at the same time. So you're getting that tension. And guys, just right in the front. Focus so good on the front of that quadricep. Woo! Down and up. Down and up. And see how, like, I know I'm doing my best here to keep this all straight. All of that tension right in the front of the quads. Down and up. Fantastic sissy squats. All right, guys, that is the end of our quad focus video. Whew, gotta catch my breath a little bit here. So make sure that you hit 25 reps. If you gotta decrease, that's okay. If you wanna increase the weight, increase the number of sets, but really strive for 25 of each of our exercises. Hope you liked our quad video. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.